and that they've lagged for the break. Fleming wins the lag. This is a race to 6 on the winner's side, and alternate break format. We have the winner of this match is guaranteed 3rd place, and the loser is still going to be guaranteed 5th, 6th, regardless. And on the other winner's side match, Scott Haas and James Blackburn just are beginning to face off. This is a wonderful place, this Peninsula Billiards. Mike Richard and Bill and his partner Bill are just as nice as they could be. Great food, service, great. Everything is first race. This place is spotless. Lovely place. So here we go. Steve Fleming won the break. 6-ball falls in and underway. The format of the rules here are that it's BCA rules where Steve pocketed a low ball, but he has his choice as to whether to select solids or stripes. After a shot selection's been called and pocketed, that shooter has that group of balls. Steve is locked up on the 2-ball, it looks like, and doesn't really have a particularly good shot. He got a kind of a chilly roll here. His one shot might be the 7-4 combo in the side pocket, which is sort of difficult. This 2 might throw. If they're frozen, it might go. He might play that 7-4 combination that he's studying here. Jacked up, it's a difficult shot to start the day with. Very well done. Steve pockets that and has low balls. And the 1 and 3 are sort of difficult. That was and he has he pocketed the 5-ball, and he can make the 7, fall on the 2, but his primary objective is to get to that 3-ball if he can. Shaun Wilkie is sponsored on tour by Lucchese Hybrid Cues, Blackheart Tips, Lights Out Apparel, Jake Lawson, and has a lot of people now wearing his stuff, fine quality stuff. But additionally, Shaun has his own website, ShaunWilkie.com. One of the finer young men that I've ever met playing this great sport. A real gentleman. He respects and reveres the game. And he's a pro pool player that doesn't have a mean bone in his body. He's competitive as hell, but he's not mean. I've known him since he was a real young man just starting to play this. I'm George Hammerbacher, Voice the Action Tour. Long-time player, now instructor, commentator. Oh, out of Catonsville, Maryland. I don't know whether or not Steve has a look at the 3. He might end up playing the 3 and the 8 in the same pocket. Going to draw his ball and skirt back around the 9. Excellent shot. Tough rack, and Steve is negotiating his way through this quite well. Steve Fleming won top by the score of 1-0. He just got a sigh of relief. Looked at me. I know both these guys well. You know, I've been the voice of the Action Tour since 2013. I used to play a lot, but time and have caught up to me a little bit age-wise. Just these 2-day events. Lots of matches. I just didn't have it physically anymore. I could still play for an hour and a half and play pretty good, but we got to play for 10 hours to be able to be competitive with some of these guys. Shaun breaks the balls, but his cue ball's up top. He pocketed a low ball. And he might be able to pinch the 2 past the 3, which is what he's looking at. He might have some room, or the 1 on the side might be a play. I'd say they're both about equal. I think he's going to play the 2 ball based on the fact that he didn't like his bridge on that. But I'm an advanced level instructor, Professional Billiard Instructor Association, formerly BCA Instructors, Baltimore, Maryland. That's an excellent shot. Shaun is right on the 4 ball in the top right hand corner on your screen, and it looks like he has a fairly attractive scoring opportunity. Yeah, he's got to be able to go through the gap between the 12 and the 13 ball to possibly get shape on the 7. I know he's going to go play the 3 ball. That was what he really looked like he played shape on. Going to try to go right between those balls. That was a good shot. He has an angle if the 4 passes the 9. He also has a play at the 7. He has a nice set of options in front of him. Trailing 1-0. Also good. A little straighter than he might have liked. He might actually roll forward and try to bump the 9, play the 4 ball in the left-hand top pocket. Oh, that's too big an angle. Now he's going to try to punch it. That's a good shot, but he might have to play a lot of high right ball to come through that center gap straight up the gut of the table if he plays that shot. It must go in the corner based on his selection. Outstanding shot. One game apiece. Two nice run-outs to start this encounter between 2 guys that both play with the same apparel individual. A nice, perfect scores from both people so far. Just we've seen some very, very nice short table 8-ball pool this weekend, and the Action Pool Tour is a regional tour that plays in Maryland and Virginia that features 8, 9, and 10-ball disciplines. It was founded by Ozzie Reynolds, who's now headquartered in Las Vegas, and the CEO of Q Sports International. Steve came up dry on that break. Q Sports International is one of our sponsors. They're the owners of the BCA pool leagues, the American Billiard Clubs, that's the home of American Rotation, a great sport, a lot of fun. Played that couple sessions. Excellent game. Played, in fact, with Wilkie and Rick Scarlotta, who's also in this tournament. That was a very, very nice, strong league that we were in. Had a lot of fun. They were good. They're good players. They're North American distributors of Magic Rack, Q Sports International. A very, very nice product to save the wear and tear on your pool table. It develops pits when gentlemen like these hit the balls hard. Even on good equipment, the balls jump out of the holes in the rack and make holes in the table, make it difficult to get the rack tight. Let's see. I kind of like one of the. This I might have questioned this. He's falling on the 11 and 13 well enough. He's got his choice of the right hand side or the top right hand corner pocket. Sort of jacked up here. He wanted to come a little farther across, and he did. He might get a sharper angle on the 13. All right. It still didn't avail him that much. He's going to probably catch a piece of the 7 ball along the way after he pockets this ball, this 12 ball. I don't know what that 8 ball looks like, where it might go. Q Sports International, CSI, runs the BCA pool leagues extravaganza every year. That's a nice shot. 8 ball in the side pocket's the call. Just about perfect pool we've witnessed so far. Three racks, 3 runouts. But Shaun capitalized on Steve being dry on the break and takes advantage and takes a 2-1 lead, and he's got a thunderous break, as you've already seen. Last night he was making 3-4 balls every break. A lot of them going in the top corner and at the head of the table. And we're going in like rockets because he hits them real hard for a young man who's fairly slight of frame. He's gotten stronger, though, Shaun. He's worked out. He's made himself stronger. And again, a true credit to our industry that we have young professionals like this that play and we got the passion for the game. He plays good 9-ball, 10-ball, and straight pull. Shaun pockets 2 balls on the break, but again his cue ball's up top, and he's jacked up on the rail where he stands, and he pocketed a couple of low balls here. He might have to take a swing at this tough cut on the 1. No. The cut on the 1 is probably his best shot, but the 8's tied up with the 12 on the cushion. Very important shot now. He's been to try to get his cue ball back in play and keep the runouts going, because Steve, like you see, is more than capable of more than answering with any run out of his own. I sort of like him shooting the 1 ball, but he's no, not today. That has no real reward attached. We're back to the 1 ball. He'd rather roll the ball from the cushion and cut the 1. There's no pocket for the 7. It's the 1 by. He might be shooting a jump shot to play the 15 in the side pocket. That's what I believe he's going to do after this considerable deliberation. But it's a very important shot, because there are hundreds of dollars involved in being guaranteed 3rd place as compared to 5th, 6th, and having to battle up a very, very tough losers bracket side with some more very dangerous players waiting in the wings. Let's see what he does. He fires it in. He fell on the 12 ball, or the 13. I struggle with the colors a little bit because these are new colors on a couple of these balls. They're no longer either purple or maroon anymore. They're brown, and they're that's a good shot. He's in pretty good position now. Probably try to roll to the 11. A little short. He's still got to play the 11 and go back and forth twice. He's going to play high left English, come right back through his hand. Bing, bing, bing. Perfect. He even got on this 13 ball good. That's the 1, or 12 ball. I like him coming 2 cushions around the table back to the center of the table. That's a great shot. He drew it across. Now he goes either straight back. Yep. He got out like the Werewolf of London there. 3-1, nearly a flawlessly played match to this point in time. All games have been runouts. There have been no multiple inning games. The difference is that Shaun ran out on both of his breaks and then one of Steve's breaks. Now Steve has to answer a very critical break for Steve in this contest here. He wouldn't have been favored, but he needs all the breaks to go his way, and even a short set against a very, very tough pro like Shaun Wilkie. Our other sponsors include Predator Cues and products. They make more than just cues and high-tech shafts these days. They make lots of other billiard accessories, including gloves, chalk, cases. A titan in our industry for over 20 years now, and a choice of many players worldwide. Oh, that's Steve scratches on the break. Shaun has ball in hand, but behind the head string, which is where they call the kitchen, and depending on what part of the country you're in. But this is a very attractive scoring opportunity. I think he might like the low balls better. With the 5 hanging over the side pocket, blocking the 14, or the 10 rather. But he's going to play the 13 off of that ball and free the 14. But then his 11 ball is covered up by the deuce. That's what he's going to do. He's going to play this 13 off the 4 and free it up. He did sort of. He might try to play to the 11 right now with a little low right draw. His pattern's a little wrong. He's still got to play the 11. He'll play the 13 to the 10. Too far. He's looking at the 10, but he also has another problem, that 11. He was trying to play position before and got top of the 9 ball. Here he's going to have to play a strong shot now. This is the money shot in this rack right here. And that's why he's taking some extra time on it. Beautiful shot. Now, here's the shot right here. If he can cut the 10 in from there, that solid ball in the cushion will impede his cue ball from going anywhere, and he'll stay right on the 8, which is on the side rail. He might have wanted a little bit less angle. Might double kiss it back too. First ball was missed in this match. In the 5th game there before there was a ball missed. Big game for Steve. Steve has to get himself in gear here with the I sort of almost like him playing this 4-ball first. Even though this is apparent, he's some high left ball. He's going to try to play for the 7, I believe, in the same pocket, because the 5 ball is the last ball before the 8 in the side pocket. High left ball. Uh-oh. A little bit firm. Steve might be forced to play his key ball here out of turn. This 5 would have been after he played the 7-1-6, 5 in the side. Now he's tree topped over the 7, hit bad speed on a shot there. The tables are just recovered by a real professional and great player named Derek Moore from this Newport News, Virginia Beach area, and players have nothing but good to say about him. They've broken well, racked well, and lots of run-outs, lots of good play from these excellent players. We also have as sponsors Viking Cues from Wisconsin. I lived there for a number of years, and a lot of people swore by their Vikings, and I hit some balls with them, and they were fine. Even for a cue snob such as myself, they're excellent cues, and we really appreciate Vikings' support this season. And thanks again, Viking, for your help. That's a good one because Shaun is in. He's gonna try to kick 2 rails. He might hit this ball, as a matter of fact, if he's got that point on the rail that is available on the 2nd rail. Trick is that he has to be able to hit right-hand English and get his tip out of the way without fouling. Now it's shortened up because of that tough shot. Okay, Steve, still. Now some high left ball to come to the side rail for the 8 in the same pocket. Well played. 8-ball corner pocket, top left on your screen. Steve sends it in and closes the gap to 3 games to 2. Other sponsors include Simonis Cloth, World Tournaments, U.S. Opens, played on Simonis cloth, a giant in the billiard industry since the 1600s when billiards were even invented. Thank you, Simonis, another giant in the industry. Aramith billiard balls as well. Choice of players worldwide. Kamui chalk and Kamui tips. Professional players and very discerning amateurs swear by them. I had a guy offer me $50 once for one piece of that Kamui chalk at the U.S. Open a few years back. We have Ozone Billiards, ozonebilliards.com. You can get pool and game room related stuff that's as soon as you like. Shaun breaks the balls, pockets a stripe, has an open opportunity, but I don't know if he's going to take the stripes. I might like the solids if I were Shaun. Nice shot there. I see Shaun try to float down to the 3-ball off of this. Just lay down on the top rail there. Just like that, perfect. Now, might be playing to the 4-ball on the side. I might save that one. I think he might have to like the 4-ball better. He has to remember. There's another ball. That's an ideal shot. He might play to that. There's a ball behind the 9-ball. Now he's going to go forward and come behind. Come behind. Might just draw it over on the short table. Shaun is all business at that table today. The trick is that he's got to, if he catches a piece of the 9. He played the left-hand ball and got tasty. Wilkie takes a 4-2 lead in a very, very, very well-played match to this point in time, folks. Only maybe a total of 4 innings, 5 innings, and six racks. Additionally, we have diamond products, which include the diamond tables. They make them 8, 9, and 10 foot. U.S. Opens and many, many professional championships are played on those diamond tables. Very true, very good tables. Also a choice of the players worldwide. And they also make equipment, lighting for the tables that's beautiful, with beautiful wood and accents. Their furniture and accessories with the tables are also top-notch. We have the Diamond Billiard Room in Midlothian, Virginia, home of our tour sponsors Pro Shop, Rayman's. Ray is our tournament director and a superior cue repairman who just has a total passion for the game. He runs leagues, league play, tournaments up there. They have junior tournaments, great food. Wonderful atmosphere. Okay, Steve has scored, looks like three stripes and one solid, and has his opportunity here. And I don't know if he can throw that ball. If it's frozen, it looks like the 212. He has some balls hanging over the pocket. Made 4 stripes. He was shooting the breakout. He's got nothing, honey. That was a faux pas, a tactical error. When you're jacked up on that cushion, it's very difficult to sometimes get that exquisite control that's required. Other sponsors of the Action Pool Tour include Tiger Products, Tips, Cues, we have East Coast Landscaping, Mr. Larry Flager. He played in our event yesterday. He's based here in Newport News, Tidewater area. Great guy, a million laughs. It just seems like we can never get our schedules together to sit down and eat some sushi together. But maybe that time will come sooner than later, we hope. But he's starting into his busy work season. He's a landscaper, and things are starting to break as winter draws to a close here in a couple of weeks or less. Daylight savings time started, and that reminds us of that spring is just in the air. We have the Hasselman and Hunt Family Dentistry in Richmond, Virginia. Dr. David Hunt, the killer driller, a very avid, good pool player I've known for 15, 18 years. It's his dental practice, and nice man, one of the better strokes I've seen on a working man. Like I said, Rayman's Pro Shop, Expert Repairs Richmond is very blessed to have first a guy like Rayman, period, in their community. He's a retired Special Forces Navy SEAL, and just a true lover of the game. Puts his heart and soul into this tour, and just a totally wonderful human being. And then we have me, George Hammerbacher, instructing pool since 1976, and doing hands-on instruction since a guy I knew that owned a pool room said, I'm going to hook you up with some juniors and you'll do some clinics. And that was 1976, and that was the first time I ever got paid for trying to help somebody with their game, and it's been happening ever since. I love the sport. I was a pretty good player in my time. Won my share of events like this in my past. But I look at players' stances, and I teach anybody from professionals down to beginners. I'm located in Catonsville, Maryland, the southwest suburb of Baltimore, and essentially 5 minutes to 7 minutes from the I-95, 695 corridor off exit 15B, Catonsville, Maryland. And an overall hop, skip, and a jump from the D.C., Virginia, Northern Virginia areas. Steve's kicking it to 6. He's just going to hit it. It just reached the cushion. That was a very heady shot from Steve because Shaun couldn't bank the 9 now. His 12 ball is locked up with the deuce. That was a terrific shot from Steve. Now we're going to see some defense being played after this offensive salvo these first 6 games. What a shot from Wilkie. He's got to maybe watch it. He doesn't scrape his 3 ball on the way back. He's also got that 2-4 wall that's going to cut off that side rail route. Let's see what he does. He played the inside 3 railer. He might be hooked. But then again, he might have enough black paint showing to send him on the hill. He may not have this shot. He might have made him position error. He might have to come rail first at it. Hard for me to see from my vantage point, and I have a good one. And the camera is inconclusive as well. Excellent shot from Wilkie. He's on the hill 5-2. Very, very well played match. Each player has only missed maybe 1 ball in this match. I'm also convenient to the Western Maryland corridor, Frederick and Hagerstown. I'm literally just 1 exit up from I-70 eastbound in 695 for those up in Western Maryland that want to come down and see me. I can be found on several pool websites, and I've been doing this a long time. I'm semi-retired, so my schedule is fairly flexible. So don't be shy if you feel like giving it a chance. It looks like Rick Scarlotta just took down Kenny Miller in the losers side. Wow, did Shaun get blanked? Nope, the last ball in flight. Steve just Just grabbed his head and looked down. Said, oh no. Still open, so Wilkie has his choice, and he can still play combinations while there's an open table, which is also a feature of this particular set of rules. But the 8 is never neutral. You can use it, but you got to hit one of the groups first. Either your group if their balls have been declared, or if it's open. The 8 can be part of the combination, but it can't be a head ball at any time. The 8 on the break, incidentally, does not count here on this tour anyway, but it gets respotted, or and the player that broke gets an opportunity to select, or the balls can be re-racked and broken again. 3 consecutive fouls by the same player in the same game constitutes loss of game. Shaun has, he's called the bank on the stripe ball there. It looks like the 12 ball, but I can't swear to it from here. Oh, that was the Yahtzee ball there. Makes that he's in pretty good shape. But I look for Steve to play this 4-11-1 combination. Where he can play defensively. There still isn't a run out there because the 3 and 11 are, like the Valley girls would say, grody. But Kenny Miller finishes 7th and 8th. Has another good tournament. He's steady as all get out. Always one of my favorite players on this tour. I've backed him often in Calcutta, as that man plays hard every shot. I don't know. I think the combination is a better idea. That's what he's looking at. He can play shape without getting hung up there. I like the combo. But that's me. It's Steve's shots, not George's. Here we go. Now I think he's very happy he did that. He might be coming off the rail and trying to hit the 2 ball. It's the 3 ball that's his issue. On that side rail between the 8 and one of Shaun's stripes. Either way, it's a very, very demanding run out. He might be banking it right now. But that's like a walk the plank special if you miss it. I think Prudence is going to have him playing high right and trying to clip the 2 ball off the top cushion. I've seen these guys play a lot, and I know their tendencies. He might be spinning the ball around those 2. He did come right into the 2 ball. I know Steve's game pretty good. There's good news and bad news. He's got these 3 balls locked up, but there's still no apparent solution to the tray ball. He needs to be able to get into it somehow. and buy a shot, and there's lots of traffic there. And 8-ball and bar tables, the clutter is what usually can get people crazy. Up. Steve's looking at his angle that he can play the 2, follow it in the side pocket, and follow it up and try to do something with the red 3-ball that's on that cushion. He was trying to get his line of sight. That's no good. He doesn't like that. He just walked and looked away. That's gargoyle-esque from there. He hit the wrong part of the pocket. He kind of quick stroked that ball. Might go 3 rails here. No, played the inside ball. He's going to play cross corner. He got wrong with that ball. It's Blackburn and Haas are in a break on table 7. Dave White and Montague are this is his 10-11 looks like a very viable combo. 15 to the 13, I'm sure. Or to the 12, it's hard. Again, I'm struggling with the colors. He might play the 9 right now, because he can never get a better angle to get on the 10-11 than that. Now he's on the correct side of the 9. Before he was a little bit headed into those balls. Now he's heading away slightly so that he can play. Might be playing the 10-11 now. Well played. This looks like the condemned man ate a hearty meal is coming up. But Shaun still has to send his cue ball up table one more time. Try to get as little travel as possible on these bar tables. But doesn't look like it's anything other than a house party from here. Probably 2 rails around the horn of the 8. Come right between the 3 and 8 off of his second rail path. Right hand ball. Oh, he's gonna look. He might have drawn it into the side. Oh, well. The condemned man ate a hearty meal. But Shaun made it exciting. Shaun Wilkie takes down Steve Fleming by the score of 6-2. Very well played match, I might add. We'll be back in a moment with the next live stream match.